Good morning, fellow Sunrisers, and welcome to the August 30th, 2017 version of Sebastopol Sunrise. Today, leading us in the pledge will be Michael McLaughlin.
Face flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thought for the day, Bill Sludius.
Microphone.
18.
Bill is behind us. Right behind us.
Who's the other mic?
All right. There are times when nothing a man can say is so nearly powerful as saying nothing.
And my thought is, bad news is time flies. The good news is, you're the pilot. Song for the day, Joe Gazzarez.
Yes, here we are, Bill. The 3 days before the big event. Look at this. He's even brought his mandolin out. So we're going to do something a little bit special. All right, on the bayou, everybody knows, I'm sure. The words are up here. I'm even in there. Goodbye, Joe.
Okay, bye, Joe.
That's how it starts. You ready?
You got some health problem last week?
Goodbye, Joe. You gotta go, me and Ohio. You gotta go down the bayou. Bayou Bombs is on me, Ohio. Son of a gun, good has been fun on the bayou. Son of a my Cherry-Leo, big guitar, guitar, and Diego. Son of a gun, we'll have some fun on the bayou.
One more time.
Need to know, want to know, places buzzing. Gentle country gone by the dozen. Dressed in style, going wild, ain't a mile. Son of a gun, we'll have some fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, brothers fine, they come home. 'Cause tonight I'm going to see my Cherry-Leo. Big guitar, silver star, and Diego. Son of a gun, we'll have some fun on the bayou. Son of a gun, we're gonna have some fun on the bayou.
I think so.
Before you all sit down, it's time to greet your fellow Rotarians. So
great.
Say hello. All right, good to see you today.
Enough of the greeting.
So,
Louis, running for
do
president?
we have any visiting Rotarians today? No visiting Rotarians.
I'll support
But I'm sure we do have some guests. Would we like to do some guest introductions? Yay.
Thank you. I'm proud to have here with me Catherine DeVries. I can practice her name a little bit. Catherine is the Visual Arts Director of the Sebastopol Center for the Arts.
Welcome, Catherine.
Welcome.
Glad to have you here. Thank you. Michael.
So it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce Karen Viner Brooks. and Janet Van Winkle. Both of these ladies have been a great deal of help to us in securing sponsorships for the Cajun Festival, and have just really done an outstanding job. So thank you very much.
We're going to hear from just a little bit when we're getting into the Cajun just before that. So. We're going to skip a Rotary Foundation thing and do it the day that Governor Bob is here. So, do we have vocational talk today? Nope, okay. Thank you today's greeters, Helene Campbell. And Vicki Larson. Thank you. And thank you today's Mike team, Terry Kelly and Rod McCauley. So, Beatles tie of the week.
Help!
Nice, nice. You'll know help when you see it, because
what a drag it is coming out.
That's wrong.
Oh yeah, that's the stone. Never mind.
yeah.
I'm falling.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise me? And help me to understand, because I've been in love before, and I found that love is more. Anyway.
Very good.
So, on this day, August 30th, in 1967, Thurgood Marshall was appointed as the first African-American Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America. Also, on August 30th, in 1984, was the first day of the launch of the Space Shuttle ship Discovery. August 30th, birthdays in history. Born this day, Mary Shelley in 1787. One of her famous quotes, "Beware, I am fearless and therefore powerful." Mary Shelley, of course, the author of Frankenstein. Also, the birthday of Nancy Wake, one of the most decorated women in World War II, someone who very few people even know. She was born in New Zealand, then emigrated to France when the Nazis invaded. She and her husband both worked behind the scenes. Her husband was captured. She was actually captured as well, but she lied her way out of it. Her husband was killed. She didn't even hear about it until after the war. She later escaped over to England and then parachuted in behind enemy lines and continued doing work. And it wasn't all espionage. She was actually a fighter as well. And her quote was, "I hate wars and violence, but if they come, then I don't see why women should just wave our men a proud goodbye and then knit them balaclavas." And she epitomized getting out there and doing that. So. Also, in 1930, born on August 30th, Warren Buffett. Look for three things in a person: intelligence, energy, and integrity. If they don't have the last one, don't even bother with the first two. Rotarian birthdays. Brian Bauer! So, what are you planning on doing exciting for your birthday?
Grabbing a mic today.
I'm getting together with like 300 of my closest friends and doing Peace Town.
Good, we'll see you there. And this picture was Brian relaxing outside of a cafe in Trinidad after our day one ride, right? Day one. Yeah, Crescent City to Trinidad.
Still smiling.
Still smiling. Smoked it. Also, Ruby! Richard here, yes. What are your plans?
Well, I want to tell you about this picture. We were in San Francisco at somewhere. This little girl just came up and stared at me. And I'm glad that was captured.
We're seeing it go in the summer. Never seen a bear before.
Hey, I know. Happy birthday, Brian.
I've seen this man.
Well, I'm spending it for breakfast with my good friend, Rotary. And then I have old the fraternity brothers coming in, and we're going to eat at East West. And then I'm going to lead a meditation group at the senior center from 3 to 4, if anybody would like to be there. And then my wife is going to take me out to the secret thing.
Great day, Richard.
Well, happy birthday to both of you, and since it is their birthday today, Mr. Joe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian Wilson. Happy birthday to you.
$5 apiece, thank you very much. And Rotarian partner birthdays. Steve Darling. So, Lori, what are you going to do for Steve today?
Well, he's recuperating from neck surgery, so he's just going to have cake and ice cream tonight. And then he gets to celebrate this weekend. We're going camping, but since he can't drive, I get to drive the motorhome, which should drive him crazy. So he'll be campering on a camping trip this weekend. That's it.
I'll treat him well. And Julie. No Julie today. It's Billy the kid's birthday today. So did you see him say happy anniversary? No anniversaries, or happy birthday. No anniversaries today, either Rotarian anniversaries or wedding anniversaries that I could find. Anybody? Did I miss anybody? Okay. All right. Anybody got any happy bucks for wonderful things that went on that they would like to kick in the key? Big Lou.
Louis.
Well, this is a panoramic picture, so it's really taking a picture of Bob and John Grant. You can't see the kids, but opening meeting of Interact, we had 30 members. I haven't even had club day yet. We said over. So I hope there'll be enough room in Greg's room for this. But it was a great first meeting. Over the years I've been working with them for came on and Zoe Herron, who's the new president. Zoe Herron is the new president, has taken it on. She was organized. She went through an agenda. She had all the things she needed in place. It was really exciting to watch. Nurture these people involved. So it looks like a good year for them.
So not only are they doing good stuff in the community and raising money, but they're learning leadership skills.
And that's my conclusion, that learn that is more important than, they're not going to change the world with their activities. They'll change the world by learning how to do it.
Thanks, Louis.
What members is it high school or college?
High school.
Emily, no.
Well done.
So we also have our district grant submitted.
Vicki had her hand up.
Oh,
I had enough.
oh, Vicki.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to thank everybody who came out to the Business After Hours at Umpqua. We had a great showing. I think we had over 50 people, and so I really appreciate the support. And I think we may have a potential new member, so thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Vicki.
Sounds like a happy bucks thing.
Anybody other happy bucks before I go on? No, no, yes, yes. Okay. So we have submitted our district grant for the Laguna High School greenhouse project. And if you may recall, if you knew about it, the greenhouse over here at Laguna High School, who we support every month with our Student of the Month, the greenhouse during the big storms that we had last year completely collapsed. I mean, it's totally gone. And so Wayne got interested in that, Wayne Britton, and pulled this project together to build a new greenhouse. And it's going to be 18 by 24 feet, all kinds of stuff inside it. They're already starting on the site work.
Solar power over it.
Comment, Mark?
We took a mic from Marty, so.
Joe said something and I had to react to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was about the greenhouse.
Yes. It was about the
Well, give him a mic.
Give him the mic. Oh, no.
Oh,
Give it to Joe.
a little rebellion in the ranks, okay. All right, so the site is where the old greenhouse had been, so it's just going to be going back in place. We learned at the board meeting that there's also going to be an attempt to pull together the money to put in a concrete foundation underneath it, which it didn't have before, which will make it even more usable. Our club is going to put in $3,400. The Men's Garden Club of Santa Rosa is putting in $1,600. Laguna High School and Joe Maloney are going to be putting in an additional $1,196. So the total is up to $6,196. Future improvements that we can add on to as additional projects, either as grants within the district or just funded by our club, can include things like benches, heating pads, irrigation and misting. The concrete pad looks like it's going to happen already. Plumbing, electrical, and solar from existing ones. Horticultural principles covered will be soil, water, and nutrient, micronutrients, and propagation. These are some of the educational objectives for the greenhouse project. Greenhouse management, including pests and mechanical shading structure. Other things like math and physics calculations, pH, power, chemistry, biology, engineering, technology, food and plant production. So it's not just a nice thing, it's a learning tool thing. So folks that are going to be going into ornamental horticulture or nursery business or things like that, or food production. So, also, Barbara is going to talk to us a little bit about the global grant we have, a farm training project in Ecuador.
Yeah, this project has gone so much further than my wildest expectations. It started out almost 4 years ago when we visited Ecuador for the project fair. This was a proposed project. We went back the following year for the dedication. Now here we are, 3.5 years later. These are pictures. This is an area of Ecuador where they grow roses. Roses are done in greenhouses with tons of chemicals. But they have all this fabulous volcanic land. So what it is, it's an organic farm training to train people to go back to their villages using the historical indigenous plants, using the techniques. These are pictures of the fields. Now, what is really exciting, and I learned this yesterday, is, okay, so we started out with this first one, which is the demonstration training farm. Then, we also, the following year, put together a microcredit project that would include the graduates of this program and other small business entrepreneurs in the area. Then the third part that's really starting to come into focus now is they're building structures like they call it an auditorium, but it's a structure for teaching and holding classes. And they have a group of 12 interactors and 4 adults from Castlegar, British Columbia, who came down and constructed it. Then the next global grant they're putting together, because they ended up buying the land, is going to be a laboratory that then they can use for testing and just all kinds of other stuff. But what's also extremely exciting is that they had, from the Rotary Foundation, a team come down to study the Global Grant Project because it is identified as one of 30 projects in the world that could be, that they're looking at replicating, which was part of the goal of the project to begin with, but it's just so exciting to see it really happening. So this is where your international money goes. When PJ goes to Ecuador in November, hopefully he can also visit this project.
So besides the areas of focus that Rotary is looking at for the kinds of projects that we want to do, one of the biggest things they're looking for is sustainability. What many nonprofits have found is, over the years, they go out and everybody gets all excited and they do this project and they build something or create something and they come back 5 years later and it's gone. And this is an ongoing project that continues to grow and is self-sustaining because the training was done right, the foundation was laid properly to begin with. So it's a great success story for our investments in the world.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is several years ago, we did in the club a visioning program. And one of the things that we came up with, that the club had a priority of attacking hunger. And this project and the demonstration training farm in Uganda that we did as a district grant last year both directly address food security. So we are following that vision still.
Okay, other announcements. Tomorrow night is the SCART, Sonoma County Association of Rotary Club, dinner and meeting at Valley Tomatoes. I will be going, and Bruce and Helena are probably going. Again, the SCART meeting is held once every month. It was originally set up as a President's and Secretary's meeting, but any Rotarian is invited to go along. They typically have a program. The one we sponsor, which is always at John Belletto's, and it is the first of the year, July every month, does not have a program. It's strictly social. But all the others throughout the year pretty much have some kind of a program. So anyway, if you're interested in doing this, just let me know, and we'll arrange that in one of the upcoming ones. September 2nd, 3rd, Cajun weekend. Woo-hoo! We won't talk about that right now because we're going to be covering that later on. Redwood Empire Food Bank. We got a letter. They were one of the recipients of our hard work last year and our money. This addressed to Barbara. Dear Ms. Barney, on behalf of Redwood Empire Food Bank and the children served at Parkside Elementary, thank you for your generous grant amount of $2,000. Continued support from the Rotary Club's Festival Sunrise helps ensure that vulnerable children receive vital nourishment over the weekend, a time when school-based nutrition programs are not available. So, nice thank you letter from the Redwood Empire Food Bank. So, now we have a few minutes to talk about Cajun sponsorships. So, Karen? Yeah, Karen and Janet, would you like to say a few words?
Actually, yeah, I just want you to talk about how easy it was to go out and sell sponsorships for the Cajun Festival.
Not having a small business, neither of us in Sebastopol, this was mostly cold calling, okay? For anybody that doesn't sell, that means we didn't know anybody. However, Bill and Michael provided lists for us, and we went out, and we were able to secure, I think it was 75 sponsorships of varying sizes. I think the thing we're both most proud of is, as you well know, the Barlow and the Downtown Sebastopol Association have a little rocky history in politics, and it was lovely to see both of them sponsor at the same level. And for those banners in downtown on Main Street, the lamppost banners, on one side it says SDA welcomes the Zydeco Rockabilly Festival. On the other side it says the Barlow. So that was not easy, but we were persistent.
How many folks have walked downtown and seen the banners hanging up on the light poles? Isn't that great to see?
Also, for the first time, any of you that are going to get out there and dance on the dance floor and feel a little sore or stiff afterward, Jai from Giant Spa is going to have 2 people doing massage with some massage tables. And if you've ever experienced Giant Spa, they're amazing, and they're right up the street from Main Stage West, who also participated this year. Okay, I think that's it.
Also like to mention that we have been trying to expand over the years different venues besides just the park, and Janet and Karen were able to expand that a bit. We have activities going on Friday night. Mark St. Mary will be playing up at the Gravenstein Grill, and on Saturday night, Hot Monk is going to be doing a Zydeco show too, with Gator Nation and yes.
What are the hours and the arrangements for those of else you might want to go, the one or the other.
So Gravenstein Grill starts from 7 to 10 on Friday night, and Hot Monk is, I think, kind of like the same on Saturday night, yeah.
Are there massages at the Gravenstein Grill?
I don't know if there are or not.
Sure, we can arrange that for you, man.
I'd also like to acknowledge one other person here, and that's Catherine DeVries, and the Sebastopol Center for the Arts. We have had, parking has always been an issue for us, and disabled parking, or accessible parking, I guess is the term, has really been a problem for us in the past. And the Center for the Arts has really stepped up to the plate and has donated their parking lot, which is 80 spaces, that we will be using both Saturday and Sunday for accessible parking. The post that we did on Facebook about that has been viewed by thousands of people and has several hundred likes. So that's a lot of likes for a post. And I'm sure that lot's going to be full, and I'm sure that people are going to be very appreciative of it.
Those additional events, by the way, the Gravenstein Grill, they will be promoting Cajun on Friday night, and then we're going to be promoting the Hot Monk event on stage, which Hot Monk is going to be going on after we shut down, because we got to shut down at 7 o'clock because of noise. So people will be moving over to Hot Monk, and then Hot Monk will be promoting Rockabilly for our next day. So it really is a win-win-win-win. Everybody is cross-promoted. Jerry?
I saw Mr. Music over the weekend, and he said he's doing something, I think, tonight.
Yes, tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Gator Nation tonight. Did you say that already? No. Oh, I missed it. Okay.
Jerry, I didn't hear
you.
Jerry, would you repeat what you said?
Gator Nation tonight at Peacetown.
This is something that Mr. Music has done the last several years, is on the final Peacetown concert night, he always brings in some kind of Cajun music, and he helps promote our event because we have supported the Mr. Music Foundation and Love Choir and stuff. So anyway, that should be a lot of fun. So come on down to the Ives Park and have a beer and dance along. So that's the announcements I have. Any other announcements for the good of the order from anybody?
Mr. President, I just want to have everyone here on their calendar. I've given you an early heads up.
Don't touch.
Well, I'm not like Barbara or I'm not like Michael, so you don't need to not give it to me.
No one?
Sunday, December 17th is my Christmas party, and everyone, of course, is invited.
What? Wait, December 17th, Marty?
Yeah.
Marty's Christmas party. Put it on your calendar.
Did everybody get that? Marty is just inviting us to the Christmas party on December 17th.
He said he sent out an e-bike. Did anyone get his
In spite of all the
I
abuse
put out a
he
save the date on my Facebook.
takes.
No e-bikes yet. Too early.
Okay, that wraps up our regular business meeting, and today we're not having a program. Our program is going to be working on Cajun stuff. And so, Terry?
Sure. Bill asked me last night just to talk a couple of words about our customers on Saturday and Sunday. So we got a nice letter